Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in today. I almost had a panic attack because I didn't think the stream was working, but it is, and I'm so glad. You may need a strap for today. We'll be doing a posture that might require a strap, but if you don't have one, I found that a waist belt or a necktie also work if you're out there without any props. So maybe take a moment to just grab something that you can use as a little bit of a lasso if you need it, and then we'll get started. Today's word for the challenge for breathe together is pratyahara, which is to withdraw the senses. And that never really made entirely a lot of sense to me when I was learning about the concepts of the 8 limbs of yoga. How do we withdraw our senses? And one of my teachers described it a long time ago as pratyahara being as regulating what we allow in. And today, that means so much to me, especially in light of everything that's going on. This idea of regulating what it is we're going to allow into our sense field. And the first couple of days that we were in shelter in place, I was really glued to the news, and I found that it was disrupting my sleep cycle, that I was feeling really anxious about 24 hours a day, and so I had to decide that I'm going to limit what I allow in. And I don't do it from a place of wanting to be in denial about what's going on, but just knowing how allowing too much in is affecting me physically and emotionally. And so making a distinct choice to withdraw from some of that, or to almost put myself on a bit of a media diet. And it's worked really well over the last week. I found that getting into my other senses has been really nice, like going outside and taking a walk, or enjoying the food that I'm eating, or the drink that I'm partaking in, hearing sounds, playing a lot of different music in my house. And so really moving into the senses, but also regulating what comes into my purview. Today's practice, we'll be working with front body opening. So we'll be taking some back bends. There'll be options for all level of practitioner, and I'm really glad that you're here. To begin, you can either stay seated or lie down on your back. I'll let you decide. I know a lot of us have been doing a lot of laying down lately, so maybe it feels better to just sit upright. Wherever you're going to be, find some length or some softness. Close the horizon line of your eyes. And tune in to the rhythm of your breathing. For the first few breaths, see if you can find the inhale climbing up the ladder of your spine. And the exhale releasing or crawling down the ladder of the spine. The feeling of when I inhale, energy feels like it's rising up inside of me. And when I exhale, the energy descends or grounds. And then shift from that up and down way of breathing to an out and in way of breathing. When you inhale, there's expansion outward towards the world around you. And when you exhale, there's that turning inward, that pratyahara. Every breath in is like a reaching out into the surrounding environment. And every breath out is drawing yourself back into your interior landscape. If you haven't yet and you'd like to start Ujjayi breath, or wrapping the vocal folds around the breath, do so. And if you do happen to be on your back, lying down, take one arm overhead and roll onto your side. And then press yourself up and come to a seat. Now, wherever you are, close your eyes if they're not already, and take your hands together in this gesture of prayer. It's a gesture of gratitude and one of offering. Tip your head down just a bit so you engage this motion or this action of humility. And we'll chant. Feel free to join along if you'd like. We'll chant the sound of the Om. Full breath in. Bow the head, an even greater gesture of humility. Release the hands and let your eyes open. And then come into extended child's pose. So take the knees open them wide, big toes together. Extend your upper body in forward direction. Let your forehead release. Find that way of breathing that there's expansion outward when you inhale. And contraction inward when you exhale. And stay with that way of directing the breath. Lift your head up, go over to the right-hand side of your mat. Extend the arms off in that direction, let the head go down. And feel the spine as like a crescent moon. The left side more exposed than the right side. Breathe into left side. And then lift head, travel right through the center, other direction off to the left. So side bend, head down, right side body elongated and exposed. Breathe there. And find your way now back to the middle. Stay with the head lifted. Come up to all fours. Go to the hands and the knees. Tuck your toes underneath you. With a neutral spine, exhale till all the breath leaves. And inhale, move into cow, so the ribcage slides forward and the chin lifts as the sitting bones lift. Exhale, go the other way, cat, round your back. Finish exhaling, stay rounded. Inhale, lift your knees up just a few inches off the ground. When you exhale, shift your hips back into a down dog shape, although it'll be quite short. Use your inhale to now come all the way down into cow, so the knees softly land and then the chin goes up. Exhale, hollow, round the shape. Finish breathing all the way out. Inhale, lift the knees. And exhale, push back to that shortened downward dog. Do one more. Inhale, cow. Moving slowly. Exhale, cat. Stay rounded. Inhale, knees float up. Exhale to that shortened downward dog. Now lengthen out the down dog. So stepping the feet about a half footprint back. Maybe walking the hands a bit forward. Press the pinky side of the hand down, the tricep side of the arm down. Wrap your sitting bones towards each other. So right sit bone pulls left, left sit bone pulls right. You may be in straight-legged down dog or have your knees bent. Either way, it's right. Breathe here. Now take a full expansive breath in and use your exhale to walk your feet forward to meet your hands. When you get there, ragdoll, knees bent, hold the elbows, hang. How passive can you be in this hanging? I like to visualize dripping, like the upper body's dripping over the lower body. Then let the arms go so they hang as well. They drip just as much as the head and the neck and the shoulders. Keep your knees bent. Tone the belly some, so that's drawing it back to the front of the spine. Then slowly come up, almost like a zombie, rolling up. When you arrive in standing, open your feet as wide as your yoga mat. I'm going to go sideways just so that you get a better visual of this. So you're as wide as the yoga mat. You may even be outside of the lines of your mat. Grab a hold of opposite elbows above you. Take a full breath in. When you exhale, bend the knees, hip hinge, and hang the head between that little square of the arm bones. Move a little bit side to side, bending one knee tracking one way, bend the other knee track the other. Now find the center, let the arms go. So again, this hanging, this dripping happening. Move your right hand to the outside of your right shin, and then lift up through the spine and side bend up and over to the right. Take a full breath in, and exhale, go forward, hang in the middle. Place left hand on outer left shin, inhale, side bend to the left. Exhale, come down. Move with the breath. The inhale lifts you, exposes the side, and maybe you press your hips forward. The exhale, you loosely hang. So there's no real right way to do this. Just moving with breath and opening up through front and sides of you. One more time, each direction. Come all the way back through to the center. Bend the knees, roll up once again. Step your feet into your mountain pose. Go to the front of your yoga mat if you're not there already. Ground and center, exhale fully. Sun salutation A. Inhale, reach the arms. Lift the eyes, maybe the palms they touch. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, step to plank. Keep exhaling, lower the knees and come all the way down. Root the pelvis and the tops of the feet. Inhale, cobra, first one. Exhale, rib cage, chest forward and down. Cobra again. Inhale, rib cage, chest forward, up. Exhale, rib cage, chest forward, down. One more, inhale. Follow the exhale downward. Tuck toes. Inhale, plank pose. Push the floor out of the way. Exhale, hips go back. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths. As you're breathing, fingers are long. Head is relaxed. Sit bones draw towards each other. Engage the front thighs. Full inhale. Exhale, knees bend, eyes glance forward. Inhale, bring yourself to the front of your yoga mat. Keep inhaling, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach all the way up. And exhaling back to mountain. Again, inhale, reach. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back. Keep exhaling, lower down. It may be chaturanga now. Inhale, cobra, or even up dog, thigh bones lifted. Exhale, hips back, downward facing. Breathe deeply, expansion on the inhalation, contraction with your exhalation. And take breath all the way in. Exhale, knees bend, eyes look forward. Inhale, step or jump. Keep inhaling, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, back. Mountain pose. One more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Breathe in, stretch the front of you open. Breathe out, fold the hips back. Stay and pause and get still. And take breath all the way in. Exhale, crouch low and look. Inhale, go. Keep inhaling, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, lift all the way to the top. Exhale, release, mountain pose. Open your feet as wide as your yoga mat. Reach back, interlace your hands, shoulders stretch, knees bent. Inhale, shoulder blades collect, lift the chest and eyes. Exhale, bow forward, hang the head. Take the arms up and over for a bit of a ride. Think of knuckles reaching to the ceiling or whatever's above you, and pinky side of your hand drawing over towards the floor in front of you. While you're at folded, exhale all your breath. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Release the clasp of your hands. Take a wide stance, open up the legs. So you'll step back on your right leg to do so. Open up wide, reach your arms horizontally and level. See that your wrists are somewhere above your ankle bone, so you're that big in your stance. And then turn your right toes out. That comes from inside of your hip. Bend your right knee till it's tracking right over your front heel. Find warrior two. So this feeling of expanding outward. You can even ignite the feet in such a way that you push them down and you pretend like you're spreading your feet farther away from each other in order to find that expansion. Now, keep that action of expansion and go forward, reaching out. Come into extended side angle. You can start the elbow to the thigh, top arm over, or you can release right hand to ground, top arm reaching over. Lift the left side of the rib cage up as you reach the arm. Then use an exhalation to look down to help you ground. Let the buoyancy of inhale lift you all the way up, straight in the front leg. Take your back foot, bring it in a little closer, angle it inward. Triangle pose, horizontal level reach. Inhale, go forward. Exhale, bottom hand can be on shin, yoga block, or ground. Upper arm to the sky. So from inside the belly, you extend out through your legs. From the chest, you extend out through the arms. Now, take the upper hand to your hip so you get a little bit of support. Bend your right knee. As you're doing so, look out to the upper right corner of your mat. Reach your arm out that way. Can you transfer the weight into right leg, left leg lifted? Belly, chest, spin open, left arm to the sky. Balancing half moon. Eyes can be down or up in this one. Use what grounds you the best, the gaze that grounds you best. And then gently bend the standing leg to tack that back foot all the way back. Come up to standing, straighten the front leg on the way. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn all 10 toes to face in. Reach out horizontal, level the arms. Second side, left toes turn out. Bend the left knee till it's tracking over the heel bone. Find warrior two. The feet press and they pull away from each other, so that feeling of expanding. Then add the reach forward. Extended side angle, elbow to thigh, top arm over, or hands to floor, top arm over. Lift the right side of the rib cage. A grounding exhalation with eyes cast down. Inhale, come up to stand, straighten the front leg. Heel toe in, a little closer. Angle in. Level horizontal. Inhale, go forward. Exhale, triangle. From the belly down into the legs, from the chest out through the arms. And half moon, right hand to hip for stability. Start to bend left knee, look out. Where do you want to reach your hand? Where do you want to land it? Take that little leap of courage. Balancing on left leg, lift right leg. Right arm to sky. Softly bend left knee, tap way back. Come all the way up to standing, straighten the front leg. Bring your hands to your hips. Move the shoulders up, back, and down so they collect together behind you. Inhale, lift the chest and the eyes. Exhale, bow forward, hands to the floor. Next, inhale, lengthen, press palms, elbows straighten, spine tractions forward. Exhale, fold again, hands between the feet, let the head release. If it touches, allow it to. Press feet, pull them away from each other. While you're folded, exhale fully. Inhale, straight arms, long spine. Exhale, pivot to the front of your yoga mat. Bring it back to downward dog. You can stay in dog, or if you want to add a vinyasa, inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, strong belly on the way down. Inhale, stretch the front body, cobra or upward dog. Exhale back into downward facing. Take a breath in, lift your right leg up. As you exhale, pull the knee forward and then step your right foot through between the hands. Now, keep the front knee bent so it's over the heel, front thigh bone parallel to the ground. And work to draw your legs towards each other. Almost like a scissoring action of the hips. Back heel reaches back, crown of the head goes forward. Find that inner body awareness and strength, And from there, come into high lunging. Bring yourself into a forward lean. Hands come together in prayer. Take breath in. Exhale, twist to the right. Latch the left arm outside of the right thigh. Now you can stay here with hands in prayer. You could take the back knee to the floor if you need a little more support or grounding. Or you can stay lifted, cross the arm fully outside of the leg, and take the top arm overhead. Then release, unwind, touch ground. If your back knee is lifted, lower it to the floor. Pull back until the front leg is straight. Take a walk forward. And then turn inward so you look to your own navel. Upper back will round. Breathe here. Look forward with the eyes. Bend your front knee so it once again grounds. Back to this low crescent lunge shape. Take your left hand to the floor. Reach your right arm up. You can stay in this, which is a pretty big groin and thigh opener. If you want to add thigh stretch, reach the right arm behind you. Bend your back knee. This is where that tie or that strap might be helpful to grab your foot. So you can lasso your foot and then draw the heel in. One more breath here in this twisted version of lizard lunge. And then carefully release the back foot, touch the floor. Back knee lifts once again. Walk your arms forward, standing split. Stand on your right leg, lift your left leg and take it back. Right hip in and back to stabilize the standing leg. Can you come to fingertips under shoulders and find elongation now? Crown of head reaching away from the back heel. Now you can stay and explore this length of spine, length of leg, or you can start to come into half moon again. Right fingertips ground, left hip opens on top of the right one, spinning open, left arm to the sky. Now you can stay with that, or you can come to sugar cane, where you bend your top knee, grab your foot, kick your thigh way the heck back. If you held foot, go back to half moon, and then let's meet in standing split, crown of the head reaching one way, heel reaching the other. Bend your front knee, step back, lunging, ground your hands, downward dog, hips go back. Stay here, or you can take Vinyasa. Take breath in once you're back to your down dog, left leg up back, left foot forward and through. Fingertips ground, legs draw in, keep your length, come all the way up to high lunging. Then add your forward lean in preparation for twisting, hands come together. Use your exhale to turn you, elbow to outside of the leg, back knee can come down to support. Or fully cross right arm, cross body, right hand outside of left foot, left arm over. From your turn, unwind, touch floor, lower the back knee to it. Pull back, half splitting, Hips move back, left heel down, left toes up. Walk forward, turn inward, look to the navel. Bend the front knee, glancing forward towards the front foot. Back to that crescent. Right hand grounds. It's a little turned out. Weight into right hand. Turn and reach left arm up. This is pretty big hip flexor opener, even thigh opener, without the formal thigh stretch. But if you'd like to take it, left arm behind, bend your right knee. You might need your lasso. Grab the foot. Careful letting go of that foot. Touch floor both hands. Lift the back knee up. Walk forward, standing split. Right leg up, left leg grounds. Take a fold. Left hip pulls in and back. Stabilize your standing leg. Then elongate spine so the fingers walk forward. Hands are under shoulders or armpits. Reach crown of head one way, back heel, right heel the other. Stay here exploring this length, or left fingertip set. Come back to half moon pose, open right hip on top of left hip. You can stay in that, or take that Shavasana variation. Bend your top leg, grab your foot, thigh bone kicks back. Now if you took Shavasana, go back to half moon, and then we'll meet in standing split with all that length, right heel one way, crown the other. Soften the left knee, step back, hands ground, downward dog. Then Vinyasa if you'd like one. Otherwise, we'll meet in child's pose, where we began. Sit back, take respite. So if the breath got jagged or labored, here's a good time to smooth its edge. To feel that expansion happening with your inhalation and the contraction that happens with the exhale. And stay connected to that deep rhythm of the breath and come to all fours once again, hands and knees. Now, take your forearms to the floor. And when you get there, come to the pinky edge of your hands so your thumbs are pointing up. Hands in prayer. Walk your knees back. Dig your elbows into the yoga mat. Sit way back, almost like child's pose. Bend the elbows so much that the thumbs connect at the nape of your neck. And then reach from your shoulder blades out through the elbows like you're growing your upper arm bones longer. Feel a lengthening along the lats, the upper back, and then the tricep line. Separate the palms, extend the arms. Come up to table. Make your way back to down dog. From down dog, take breath all the way in. When you exhale, crouch. And then inhale, step, jump, or crawl through to seated. Once you come to seated, come onto your back. So the knees are bent, soles of the feet ground, come all the way down. Walk your heels back close to your sitting bones. And start with arms by the side, thumbs up, pinky side of the hands down. Bend elbows to the palms, they face in like they're smiling at one another. Push into the upper arms, lift the chest. Push into the feet and lift the hips. Bridge pose, you can stay here. You could also straighten the arms, or you can walk the elbows closer, arm bones closer, make the clasp underneath you, like we did in that shoulder stretch earlier. Pinky side of the hands will root down, long buttocks, long thigh bones. Take one more breath wherever you are. Inhale, heels come up, arms reach over. As you exhale, come all the way down with the spine, then the heels, and then the arms. We'll be taking 2 more of those, or you can move into Urdhva Dhanurasana. If you are taking Urdhva, come along with me in stages. Bridgers, you know where you're going, so you would take elbows, bent, palms in, lift the hips, maybe work the arms underneath you. Wheelies, spine on the floor, reach your arms up and over, bend your elbows, place your hands by your ears. Let's do this as a vinyasa. So inhale the hips up. Exhale, lift the chin, go to the top of your head. Draw your elbows towards each other. Press into your hands. Can you lift your head a few inches off the floor? You can stay with that or straighten the elbow joints and go all the way up. Head hangs, breathe. One more breath wherever you are. Bridgers, lift arms overhead to come down. Wheelies, chin to chest. Come down to rest on the shoulder blades. Let the arms rest by your sides. Take a couple breaths of doing nothing. Just lay there and be. And then make the choice of where you'd like to go next. If you're done with back bends, you can hug your knees into you. If you'd like one more, you can do bridge, or you can come along for Urdhva Dhanurasana, wheel pose. Reach the arms up, bend the elbows, hands by the ears. Make a vinyasa out of it if you're doing wheel. Inhale the hips up. Exhale, top of head. Inhale to straighten elbow joints all the way or partially. Stay here, breathe. One more breath wherever you are. If you're in bridge, arms overhead, heels up and lower, wheelie, chin to chest, and slowly come down. Let's all meet in Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. Hands both onto the belly. Breathe down low. Send the breath into the belly as if there's a balloon in there that inflates when you breathe in and deflates when you breathe out. Bring your hands now to the outsides of the legs and draw your legs towards each other. Heel toe your feet as wide as your yoga mat. Take your arms wide like T or cactus, whatever you have room for. Drop the knees to the right. Turn the head to the left. Now you could stay here or pick up your right leg, hook it on the outside of your left leg to deepen your toe. You take your head to the center, unhook that top leg, drop both knees over to the left, head to the right, stay there or hook. Come all the way back through to the middle, uncross. Feet still grounded, knees still bent. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Pick up your left foot so it brings your shin into you, and then reach and thread around the back side of the left thigh, eye of the needle. Left knee pulls back, right knee presses forward. Now release the interlace from around the back of the left thigh. Land the foot, uncross the right ankle. Switch your sides. Hook over with the lefty. Pick up the right foot. Thread through and around. Right knee back, left knee forward. Release, interlace from right thigh. Set the foot down. Uncross. Keep your knees bent, soles of the feet grounded. Put your hands in the middle of your thighs and then slide them high up until they meet, the heels of your hands meet the creases of your hips. Press forward and away through your thigh bones so they move down in the sockets, and then a little cat-cow tilting. So when you breathe in, arch one way, and when you breathe out, round the other. As you next round, feel your low back wide into the floor. Let go of the arms, let them rest, and release. Right leg long, and then the left leg long. Coming into our final pose, Shavasana. Closing the horizon line of your eyes. Allow the breath to become much more delicate and gentle. We begin to move from the exterior landscape to the interior one. So the senses, at first, they draw out or move out, and then they draw in. And you let go in the feet and the legs. Let go in the hips. Let go in the torso. Let go in the shoulders, the arms, the hands. Let go in the head. Let go in the face. Let go of the tongue. And taking rest. Allow now your senses to expand. Hear the sounds that are happening around you in whatever room that you're in. Feel the sensation of the breath moving in and the breath moving out. Take one arm, reach it up and over the head. Bend the knees one at a time. Roll over onto your right side. Use the floor for support to guide and lift you all the way back up to seated. Sitting tall, buoyant through the chest. Close the eyes, join the hands. And we'll close with the sound of the Om. You can chant along at home or just listen. Exhale fully. Take breath all the way in. May the merits of the practice that we've done here today benefit all beings everywhere. Namaste.